Hi everyone. So, happy Memorial Day. And excuse the noise in the background, y'all. In my neighborhood, like I live in this brownstone community and next door they are turned up. They've been out there for like a couple hours now, playing music, just doing their thing. So y'all might be able to hear them in the background. I don't have any control over that. But anyway, let's continue. So, I know it's been about 3 weeks since I came to you guys to discuss, and y'all, they got fireworks going. It is really Memorial Day. Yo, okay, it's a side note. I hope that this quarantine thing passes at least by like July because it's gonna be weird to just not be able to celebrate the typical holidays that we celebrate, right? Like all of these different special holidays are passing by and, you know, it's weird. But anyway. So yeah, it's been about 3 weeks since I made a video on my unveiling, my unboxing of my vibrator that I purchased from Target. From Target. I'm gonna come back and do a review on that probably tomorrow. Let you guys know how I like it. But I wanted to talk a little bit about getting fingered, which I know is kind of along the lines of like, you know, masturbation in a way. Masturbation is like you do it to yourself though, so that's a little bit different, right? And I know there's a whole argument over women shouldn't masturbate because it decreases the sensitivity in the clitoris, you know, so that when she is engaging in sexual activity with her male partner, she is not going to become that aroused because she has lowered her sensitivity to that stimulation. But I like to argue differently, and I already made a video on that, so I'm not going to talk about that here in this video. But getting fingered is kind of along the same lines. I think for me, I've never really been the type that allow like this. I don't really like objects, like foreign objects inside of me, you know. And by the way, this video here is for people 18 and over. So if you're not 18 or you're not mature, exit. But yeah, I never really been the type that, not just not me, you know. There are different kind of women. I'm not the kind of woman, I don't like foreign objects inside of me. And a dildo is foreign. If it's not a penis, I think that this is just my belief. It's not supposed to be inside of you, right? And so I know like people get very creative with different ways that they can get pleased by their partner. And you know, a lot of men, they start off with fingering. You know, that's like part of the foreplay, is part of the stimulation that they do when they give oral sex. And it's just, for me, it's not my thing. I don't even like oral sex, to be honest, y'all. I have different things that get me aroused. And oral sex isn't just one. Receiving and giving isn't one of them. And I know some people are like, you don't like to receive oral sex? Like, what woman doesn't like oral sex? For me, I just don't like it. It's not. I just made a video, you guys, a couple days ago about pussy worship. And my preference for pussy worship over getting eaten. Like, and some people probably took surprise to that, but y'all, I just think a person's mouth does not belong on another person's genitals. I just don't. I think that is not safe, it's not healthy because there are so many germs that live within our mouth. And I believe that a woman's vagina is very sacred. And so for a person to put their mouth on my vagina, I mean, I guess you can make the argument, oh, well, you know, you kiss. What about French kissing? What about tongue kissing? That's germy too. Yes, it is, but I guess my argument is that we both are exchanging germs in that respect, right? Mouth to mouth. But it's just different when the person's mouth is just on my vagina. And it's a tease for me. Beyond it being, I think, unclean, where a man puts his mouth in my vagina. I don't care what kind of mouth. He can have the so-called most cleanest mouth, prettiest teeth. It doesn't matter. I just think that it's just ill. That part, and it's a tease. It's a tease to receive oral sex, to receive head. I'm a stimulation kind of person. And so going along with giving head, like men usually, stimulate the woman by inserting fingers in her vagina. Some men get really creative with it and they dance around the clitoris with their fingers and they go in and out their vagina really fast. I made quite a bit of sex scenes where I talked about this in my fictional story, Dying to Submit, that you guys can find on my website. So of course I know all about it, but I don't agree with that either. Because I think that there's so much germs on a man's hand, like a person's hands. And yes, a man can wash his hands. That part, right? So even with the cleanest hands, I'm just like, ill, because I just don't think that fingers should go inside a woman's vagina, even if a man knows what he's doing. It's just, to me, it's a tease. And I guess one can say, yeah, he can maneuver better with his fingers than maybe he can with his penis, and so he can get really creative, right, with the fingering. But I don't know. It can be kind of exciting when the fingering happens like in a place where sex isn't supposed to happen. So let's say like in a movie theater or even at a restaurant, where a woman and man are eating dinner and she's probably wearing a skirt, or dress, and he asks for her underwear and she takes off her underwear, or she's maybe come to the restaurant without wearing any underwear. And then, he slides his fingers in there. That can be kind of like, whew. That can get some stuff going right there. But I don't know. That's like once in a blue moon kind of thing. It's not something that you would do often, because the more you do it, the less exciting it becomes, right? So I don't know if I would want to even do that so often anyway. And then, the fingering, like even at home, in the bedroom, it's just, no, we can do other things. I have other things that excite me, like spankings, of course, bondage. That's like my number one, guys. Like, oh my gosh, being tied up, I love that. Bondage, spankings, but fingering, I don't think it's healthy, you guys. I just don't. I think that it's better that, you just save that. I would rather have, like, save that stimulation for the penis, It's something about a woman, like, her vagina not being tampered with, and she gets wet, right, and lubricated, and then in comes the grand finale, like, like the penis, right? And being that her vagina is untouched, is hasn't been penetrated, like, it just makes it that much more better, I think, when the penis comes in. Let me know what you guys think, but that's just my opinion. That's my perspective. If I would have to take a vote for fingering or against it, I would say nah, against it. Let's just save it for the penis. I think the penis would really be happy if it was able to go inside the vagina without something going inside the vagina before it went inside the vagina. Drop your comments below. Catch you guys later.